Hi, Genki Call here with the Tower of Doom for the week of September 11th, 2023. Yes, I know it's not full screen. That is intentional. I am running with my map of rooms in the background. So it's not full screen. I apologize for that, but I need to be able to see my map. Now, the most important thing you need to know is that for all of these teams I'm about to show you, you have to put this new doomed weapon in on the team instead of the weapon that I'm using for the boss rooms, because you'll get double bum bum ba ba bum. My brain's not working. You'll get double points, earns 2 times the score. So in order to get 2 times the score, you have to use it in this room, but this room only because there aren't dooms in these other rooms. However, personally, I can't remember to swap it out, so I'm just using the new doomed, whatever this is, in every battle. This thing. So this is it's a doomed ring. I think that's what I said. Doomed ring is going to give 2 magic to all allies plus 1 per tempering level. I have it at level 9. Give armor to purple allies. If the enemy has a doom, gain 10 attack. The nice thing about this ring, there are a couple things. First of all, it is a weapon for Darkstone, and many people, myself included, were weapon blocked in Darkstone for ages. We just couldn't get a hold of the darned weapon because any weapon for Darkstone because we just haven't been there for a while. So anyway, this is a weapon for a magic kingdom, which is really significant. So I will show you what the upgrades are in just a minute, but something I love about it is that it self-enchants. You cast it once and then it enchants itself, and I love that. Love that. Now, as far as teams go, we're going to start off for teams with people with no legendaries, and I'm going by my mapping. My mapping is going to be different than yours unless you're in my guild. So for me, floor 10, I need to do this room. I'm looking at my map. So this is the first team. Again, you need to swap out that weapon, but since I'm not in a boss room, I'm not going to bother just yet. I'm really hoping that I can remember, but I am using, I recommend Elementalist. If you have any worries about survival, because of the third trait. It's just so powerful and it will help you survive. So let's see. This is floor 10, so of course this is going to be, I'm not going to use the weapon just to show you how this team will work without a weapon. Without an explodey weapon. I just basically put Reflection on Good on most of these teams just because I knew it was going to have to be changed, and it's something that it's a free weapon. You just have to have 250 wins on, I can't remember what class, but if you need that info, let me know because I have a video with all of that in the description. So floor 10, the next one I need to do is this. And let me paste in the next team. Now, I'm aware that you probably don't have Stone Slicer, but I want to show you how this works. This is a team. Cunning is a guild guardian. You will have this if you have ever used any guild seals, because your chances of getting the guild guardians is very high when you are low level, because it's a common. When I said low level, when you're new to using seals. But yeah, the gimmick here with this Guild Guardian is give 4 to all skills on all Raksha allies when matching 4+ gems. And you're using 3 of them. That means plus 12 to all skills on your Cunning troops every time you match 4. The problem is that you have to be able to afford to get him traded, and it's very expensive to trade. So if you can trade it, this is one of the guild guardians I highly recommend doing that with, because it's just a really good one. I will have a video at the end with a showcase on the Guild Guardians telling you which ones you are worth spending those trait stones on. But 50% skull damage reduction, so you want them up front. Double skull damage versus purple enemies, fantastic. It's a really great team, and I'm going to show this twice. I'm going to show it once with the weapon, just to show you how cool this is, because you want to run this with Geomancer, because Sun Spear makes you a Raksha, and then you'll have a constant red storm, and that's really not going to help you very much. So use Geomancer. That'll make your whole team construct, and this is a weapon for constructs, and it creates purple and brown for each construct ally. So let's take this in. I'll show you how it works with this weapon, and then we're going to head into the boss room, and then I'll have to change out the weapon, and I'll show you how it works without mana gen. Not going to be great without mana gen, so I recommend replacing one of these, and I will show you what I mean in just a minute. Oh, that was very helpful. All right, so right now we're at 87. For me, it's 87 for each one. We're almost guaranteed to get some match fours by doing this. And I did, so now we're up to 99. I love this. I love these Guild Guardians. They're so good. Now we're up to 111. It's something that you can use that is going to get you very far, as long as you can get some match fours. That's the thing. You got to get some match fours to really help with this. So here's what I recommend. We're going to go in the boss room. We're going to change it because I want those double rewards. We're going to put in the new weapon. Luckily, it's right up at the top for me, right here. And two things I want to show you. First of all, you can shove this down at the bottom, because, I mean, that bonus magic is going to help make your team even stronger. But do you want to spend the turn to do it? It's up to you. But, yeah, there's no mana gen here. But first things first, upgrades. I've already mentioned it's self-enchants. And then as far as the rest of it goes, drain 2 mana from purple enemies. I am going to go ahead and do this simply because it's a magic kingdom and I need the weapon to get my power level up. You know, I've got Orbs of Forging. It is really hard when you... I really recommend spending these purple gem, or actually no. So the doomed weapon that creates the purple weapon that creates Doom Skulls is the Doomed Scythe. And do I recommend getting it leveled up completely? Normally I would, except that Sin's Harvest does the same thing as a Doomed Scythe, just with less scatter damage. So you can use Sin's Harvest. It's a free weapon that you get for 250 wins with a class. I'll put that video pop up at the end of this video. Keep an eye out for that. It will show you it's a spotlight on every class. And you just look at the description. It will tell you which kingdom has which weapon for free. Okay? Sorry about that. My brain ain't working. So let's, oh no. I was going to say, if you're using this team, I highly, highly recommend putting in Atlanta. I know it's something, not Atlanta. Shazbot, what's her name? Azura. Put Azura on the team for mana gen. You'll only have 2 Cunnings, but it's still going to work. But you really, really need to have some kind of mana gen to hopefully, first of all, to fill up your troops, but also to hopefully get some match 4s falling down for you. So, yeah. Just go ahead and get some mana here for her. And we've already got... Now I could cast this. So I'm going to cast it, even though, well, it is a doomed room though. So let me just see if I can... 63 damage. Let me cast this and see what it pops up to at level 10. It'd be plus 12 magic. And now it's up to 75. Let's blow this up, see if I can get some match 4s, and I didn't. But, yeah, I really want to get rid of that doom. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So there is a much more efficient team for using the Cunning. and I will show that in a bit, but it has a it has a mythic on the team, so I will show that when I get to mythics. This is for people that don't have the mythics. Anyway, Azura is one that you get for free just for completing the storyline at Merlantis. So I know that you'll have her if you're low level. And need to find some mana. Alright. Blow things up. Give me match 4. Yes, got the match 4. We're up to 99 damage, and we'll take you. It is going to be slow, but it is something that can win, so... And I could cast this again, but I'd really rather have mana to finish this up if I can, so we'll do that. Yeah, that is so rude. That's so rude. Got a summon, so this is why I recommend Elementalist. And you can use Elementalist with this. I'm just was just using Geomancer to show you what can happen with Stone Slicer. This is going to hit her twice. We'll go ahead and I'm going to break her barrier first by blowing things up, and that will hit a skull so that it breaks her barrier. So anyway, there we go. It's slow, but it is effective. Again, Elementalist if you're worried about dying. And it will stun the enemy so that they can't summon as well. So keep that in mind for all of these. Next up, another team for people without legendaries. And here we go. Well, like I said, I just put that there because it's a holding spot. Remember, for boss rooms, you have to have that doomed ring in here. But Illithian Servitor and Hexrat, if you have access to the underworld, these are both very, very good non-legendary troops from the underworld that do damage to all enemies. And this one is going to hit, as long as you can hit the top troop, it's going to hit them all. Even if they're all submerged, so that is very cool. But this one is from Dark Pits, and this one is from Illithia. If you don't have them, you can use your Chaos Shards to get them from those places. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to blow things up. Kapow! And we're on floor 11. Okay, and we'll go ahead and use the Hex Rat and get damage to all of them. And then... Illithian Servitor does damage to all enemies and steals magic from all survivors, so that's very cool. So that goes up every time you cast. Again, I'm not going to use the weapon just so you can see how this works when you've got the Doomed Ring with you, because it does not do mana gen. But you do have the Leprechaun here still, and you can use Thrall. Thrall is an amazing mana generator. I just like I just really like to have the instant gratification of blowing off the Leprechaun and immediately getting mana for my team. So Thrall is good. I just really like my Leprechaun. So next team will be for people with legendaries. Or rather, it's going to be the first of the teams with legendaries. And don't forget, Seekra is available. If you're low level, throw 3 Seekras, or yeah, 3 Seekras and your Doomed Ring on a team, and you'll be good to go. Let's see, edit, manage, paste. Here we go. And Medea, Leanansidhe, I know how to pronounce her name correctly now, but I can't remember. But we gotta put the weapon in here. This is a boss room, and I hate that I have to do this every single time. But it saved me from having to do this every single time we have... every time we have a Tower of Doom. It'll save me some time, so... we've got Leprechaun for mana gen, and we've got... Medea is going to do damage to all enemies. She's going to enchant demons, so you can be either a demon or a mystic for this team, or go with Elementalist and barrier all ally mystics. And the thing is that Leanansidhe is mystic, and he is not. He's not, but he's Fae. Anyway, I could cast this right now, get some extra magic. So 66 and 79. We'll go ahead and cast it for kicks and giggles. 78 and 91. That is significant. That's a nice big boost. Very helpful, but that is because I was able to temper it. So Leanansidhe, you will hit all enemies, even if they are submerged, as long as you can hit the bottom enemy. So it's the opposite of Hexrat. Hexrat, you have to use the top troop. Leanansidhe, you have to use the bottom. So I'm going to do this. And then we're going to do Medea. And now everything is barriered. This one is enchanted because I chose Diabolist to make my hero a demon. And then we need more mana. Mana. It would be more efficient with Thrall on the team. Put Thrall here. Like I said, I just really like my Leprechaun. I like my Leprechaun. He's so good. Instant gratification, you know? Either one of these casting is going to take out the entire enemy team at this point, so there's no point in casting this. I need to get some more mana. And so, yeah, I'm giving the skull hit. It's early enough. I'm not worried about it. I just need some mana. So, there we go. Aw. Wah, that did not fill me up. Meh. Okay, that'll do it. Blow this thing, and then we'll take them out. Yay, finished off campaign. Whee! Alright, next floor. Floor 12. I need to do this room, and as far as the team goes, this one is a soul-based team. Assassin is my favorite of the ones that has a purple storm starting out, and so I used an assassin here, but you can use any class with the death talent tree, and the way that you find that, you go to talent tree and you put in death, and that will give you the soul caller. See, it says death here. These are all the death tree, talent tree. So you want soul caller with this team. And because we're going completely soul based off of this, and we've got the dragon soul is going to get you souls every time you cast. You're going to get souls every single turn from the soul caller talent, and this guy is going to get a boost on his spell just by the amount of souls that you've got. Right now it's only a boost of 2, but we're going to take care of that. And I totally forgot about switching out the weapon, so it's a good thing it's not a boss room. At this point, now we've got a boost of 13. Like I said, every single turn it is changing, but I'm going to go ahead and cast this. We'll cast this again. And it's not the best mana gen with the Dragon Soul, but it is some nice mana gen. So also, casting with the ring is going to get you more magic to make you hit harder. So that was the first room I need to do here. I also need to do room 5, and so we're going to do that now. Manage paste. That is the wrong team. Hold on a second. All right, the correct team. This is what I used to get the first 10 levels done. And this isn't the boss room, so I'm not going to change out the weapon. But this is what I used to get through to floor 10 so that I could do this video, you know, trying to show you a better idea of how these will work if you're lower level. But Venoxia, true damage to all enemies. Boom. Extra mana, and you can loop, and I love that. We'll do that, and then Shoggorath is going to silence and do true damage to the first and last enemies, and it's going to get you mana gen as well. But, you know, as long as you're looping, you might as well keep looping. Love this team. I'm probably going to go back to this until I need some better firepower. So next is the Doom Room, and we're going to, let's see if I've got, did I get it ready? Did I? No. Hold on just a second. So I'm going gimmicky with this one. I think it's going to be fun. So here's what we can do. And I need to switch out the weapon. Let's go ahead and do that. Sorry for the delay. There we go. Put that in there. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got Seekra. We've got an all-elf team, and I chose Orb Weaver. There's more than one class that will make you an elf, but I didn't want to do Hierophant, so I think there are actually 3, but that'll be in the video that I mentioned that'll pop up at the end of this video about the classes. But all elf, Seekra is going to create all those purple gems because it's a fully elf team. Okay, Emperor Liang, I should say that first. He's going to enchant a random ally on 4+ gem matches, so these 2 are our mana gen. Widow Queen, this is the gimmick. Sacrifice an ally. Deal damage to all enemies boosted by the sacrificed troop's life. Summon a random Zulkari troop. So, you're going to sacrifice a troop, and she's going to do damage to all enemies. It's kind of like another version of Vashtagon, only it's for Zulkari troops instead of demons. Anyway, like I said, it's a gimmick. It's just a gimmick, and I think it'll be fun. Don't take out Seekra with her. You can take out herself with it. I mean, she's kind of useless, right? Except that she does damage to all enemies. So you can take out anything you want. You can take out the ring. You just have to take the ring into the battle. You don't have to keep it. Of course, you'll lose all of the traits of the class if you get rid of your hero, but let's get some mana here so that I can show you how this works. I'm actually looking forward to this. I think it's going to be fun. So he's going to destroy all gems of a chosen color. I'm going to do green to fill up Seekra's and leave the purple that I can on the board so that she can loop. I really want to get started here with hitting this Doom. She's going to do damage. It's a 3-to-1 ratio on her. Kind of want to get rid of this thing before I start doing anything else. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to have her sacrifice herself. She can summon anything from Zulkari, including Arachnean Weaver. Wahaha. I'll probably get something totally useless, but we're going to try it. Oh, she can't cast on herself. She can't cast on herself. Oh, I never use her, so I didn't know. I'm going to do Liang, and she summoned in, an okay troop. That's the problem with gimmicks, is that sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. This is one of those cases where it didn't work, but she's still an elf, thankfully. We're going to hit him because he adds armor. Okay, we'll do that. So, do I love this? No, but, you could get something very useful out of it. Assassin just took out that last troop there. That's why I didn't want to get rid of the hero. Rising Shadows, because I have it fully traded. Yeah. Anyway, sure, we'll sacrifice this again. She did 88 damage. So, I mean, it wasn't a bad amount. It's not going to do very much damage if you are lower level, so probably not the best thing to bring in here, but I just wanted to try something different. Just wanted to put something out there that's a little more, just different and interesting. And anyway, so next up, let's see, what room do I need to go into? First of all, floor 13, 2, and 3. So we'll do this one first. And this one is just a double Seekra team. Double Seekra with Emperor Liang, and you can put any troop here at all. You can put a third Seekra here, and I mentioned that earlier. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put that in there. I'm just going to put it in there and copy that and save it to the list and put it in the description. Hold on a second. All right, I put it back the way it was. Okay, so I said 2 and 3. You don't have to use Emperor Liang, but, the enchant's always nice in case you lose. I mean, it's kind of slow. It is kind of slow, but, if you're low level, it's also very effective and easy to keep looping. So we just keep hitting things with Seekra until they die, basically. Oh, look, she did lose. She did lose control of the board, and that's going to happen occasionally. So Ha 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 ha. Liang is just there for the enchant on match 4s. Do you need it? Nah. Just use the third Seekra if you need it. Or any other elf. It's all good. It'll work great. Including Arachnean Weaver, by the way. You can throw Arachnean Weaver in there. I think I actually made a team for that, though, so... It's slow but effective. Okay. Right, got that one. Now we need to do room 3. Let me grab that team code. So this is the team I told you about. You don't have to have the Doom Scythe in here. You can put Sin's Harvest in here. That works just as well, and I told you Sin's Harvest will work for creating the Doom Skulls. And it's a free weapon, so Shibanu Vespera, loop and loop and loop and loop. It's fantastic. It is very slow, but it's super effective. Just watch how watch how the stats are going to jump up. And what class am I using? I'm using I'm using Assassin. Yeah, that's fine. Assassin, Geomancer, whatever you want to use here, it doesn't really matter. I chose Assassin for the 2 different ways to assassinate, as well as the Darkstorm. You can take whatever you want, and again, Elementalist will protect you. But the first thing to do, get mana for Shibanu Vespera, so I can show you how this works. Shibanu Vespera on an all purple, all blue, or all yellow team. You cast this on something that's solid colored, not herself. She will cast on herself sometimes, which, you know, keeps you from being able to loop as well, but it's okay. Every time you get in those match 4s, which you will get a lot of with Shibanu, you are going to get more and more and more attack from these guys. So we're starting, at the moment, we're at 79. We're going to keep casting on the first troop because she's going to add to anything. She could add to magic, attack, armor, or health. And so if you're going to add attack, you definitely want to do it on the first troop, but let's do this some more. Let's just keep doing this until we can one-shot a troop, basically. Just keep doing this a little bit, and let's see where we are. 210 damage, plus it's going to be double to anything with purple, so we're going to hit this. Ah, so good. Plus, the reason I bring the Doom Scythe or Sin's Harvest on non-boss rooms only is because she sometimes casts on herself and hits yellow, which you can turn that yellow into Doom Skulls. Super nice. Love it when it lines up. We'll go ahead and we'll cast this. I don't think it's enough. Yeah, it's not quite enough to kill, but it will be as soon as I have mana again. So we're up to 218 damage. It's just really, really effective. It does take a long time, but it's very, very safe because it loops so nicely. Right, so floor 13, we go straight to the boss room, grab the next team, and this is one with Seekra and Arachnean Weaver. Arachnean Weaver is considered to be an elf. He's an elf and a monster. So Arachnean Weaver can go with Seekra, no problem. Of course, we have to replace Life and Death. It's fantastic. Life and Death and Arachnean Weaver together are great, but you can't do that in the boss room. So let's switch that out, and we'll put the Doomed Ring in here. I'm gonna stick the Doomed Ring at the bottom. Yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna get so much mana from Seekra, plus we have Enchant, we have Explosion, and this thing self-enchants if you have it leveled up to level 9. So I'm using Orb Weaver again with this elf team. And Seekra will probably still loop even with Elementalist if you choose to go that route. So you're probably good that way. Now the nice thing about Arachnean Weaver is that if you kill one of your enemies, it's going to explode 15 gems. Straight up, even if Arachnean Weaver somehow got webbed itself, if it gets cursed, it can get webbed. But yeah, super nice. Yellow to green. Yellow to green. I didn't even look for alignment on that. So I'm going to cast Seekra again until I can one-shot the Doom and get that explosion. There we go. We're going to web everything. You cannot web Arachnian Weaver unless you curse it first. I'm sorry, you can't web the... I already said that. The Doom. You can't put any status effects on a Doom at all. Period. Unless it's not fully traded. And on these higher levels, of course, it's going to be fully traded. So we'll do this again. We're going to hit this guy. He can't be webbed, but I can one-shot him at this point. So we'll do that. Get another explosion. Then we'll do this. 87. Yo, take those both out at once. Woo woo! Nice. Love it. Alright, so there is that team. It's 2 Dooms defeated because I used the ring in the room, and for 14. I need to do rooms 3 and 4, and this team, again, don't forget to change out the weapon, but for the boss rooms. This one I'm using Archer for because there's so much green here. I want to get Venoxia. I have the Leaf Storm going on, and Archer is my favorite of the classes that has the Leaf Storm. Whatever you want to do, you can do whatever. But here's the thing. We've got Venoxia doing true damage to all enemies. We've got true damage from Arachnian Weaver. There is going to be blue here that we don't need. We're not using anything with blue on the team, and that seems really like, why would I do that? I'm not feeding anything that blue, but you're still going to loop with the blue. You're still going to loop with Venoxia herself. So, this is much more effective than the last team. The other one's just probably safer. And that was fun. And I said rooms 3. Uh-oh, I just did the wrong room. 2, 3, 4, and 5 is what I was supposed to do. No! Let me grab the next team. I hate wasting sigils. Alright, so for this team, this is a mythic version of the soul spamming team. Again, use a team that has the death talent tree, so you can have that soul collar. Instead, we've changed things up. So, Judge of the Dead, again, damage to all enemies boosted by my souls. We've got Pharaoh's Raw, who's going to transform yellow gems to purple and do damage to an enemy boosted by his souls. Plus, he's going to get 20 souls. This is get 20 souls, not give them up. And then Chaska does damage to all enemies, and she conjures a light storm. Why would I want a light storm? Because Pharaoh's Raw will transform that all to purple. And again, change the thing for the weapon for the boss rooms. I am going to say that over and over and over again because I want to be sure if anybody's skipping through the video that they realize that that is an issue, in case they don't read the description. So, every turn. Do I not have Soul Collar turned on? Are you kidding me? I don't have Soul Collar turned on. I will fix that. I will fix that because it kind of makes it so that you don't get a bunch of... Alright, he's going to hit the last enemy, so I'm going to bury her. Yeah, normally I wouldn't do that, but I really hate that guy. We're going to go ahead and do damage to all enemies, and I'm going to cast Pharaoh's Raw to get some extra souls. I do have some souls. Wait. That's alright. Whatever. We're going to hit this guy. Look at all that purple. That was fun. If you can loop with him, that's great. We are up to plus 37 damage per troop over here, and then we'll do this. And we just have these 2 left. Do they have... Huh. Alright, we're going to get rid of him because I don't like getting my mana drained. And then... Yeah, there's no... There isn't really good mana gen on this team, but... You know, extra souls. Got, let's see what my souls are for this battle, just because I'm curious. I got 280 souls for that fight. You know, if you need the souls, and you're doing the Tower of Doom anyway, and the team is good enough, why not? Boss room. Gotta change the thing. Change the weapon this time. So, let's take in the new team with the weapon. I haven't forgotten yet, but yeah, I just can't be bothered to change it every single time. I'm doing it for this video, but I'll forget if I do it the other way. So Here's what we've got. We've got Leprechaun for fast mana. We've got the Wild Queen that's going to create a bunch of green and skulls on the board. And then we've got Wulfgaric, who is going to, if you kill an enemy, he's going to insta-kill. He's going to insta-kill. But he can't insta-kill Doom of Stone. Be aware of that. So let's take this in here. I don't know if this team is going to work. I don't think I've really used Wulfgaric that much, but this is starting off with a purple storm. I think a green storm would be better. It just depends on what you decide that you want to do. Green storm would be much better than a purple storm. Just saying. Probably chose a bad class for that, but we're going to hit the top troop because he's the one that's going to hit me. I want to remove his attack if at all possible. And we didn't loop. That is very unusual with my dear queen here. And we'll hit this one. Just want to get those, the attack down as best we can so that he doesn't kill my first slot. I really prefer not to ever lose any troops, but you know. Okay, Wulfgaric is ready to go. He's going to do 71 damage. So let's see if we can hit something with the insta-kill besides the Doom. And he devoured. Ah, it works. Love that. Oh, but because I'm not using Elementalist, we got the summons, so yeah. All right. Well, on the plus side, I've got 241 attack at this point. So that's very nice. I'd rather take purple or brown so that I can leave the green on the board, but there is no purple or brown for me to take, so this time I'll take brown. And I don't want blue. I want me. All right, fine. I took my green and my brown. Meh. Okay, I'll take purple and get my hero killed. That's okay. Meh. All right, actually, he's going to die with one skull hit, so I really want to be sure that Wild Queen doesn't die, which is why I stole the attack from here. And again, she didn't loop, but I think if we were using... I mean, even Elementalist Dust Storm would help because she uses brown, so we really don't want him to cast. There we go. It worked. It works, so that's cool. Just be aware against the Dooms, you can't devour no matter what. You can't stun them or anything. So, floor 15. Rooms 3 and 5. First team here, it's another skull spamming team using Elmogrim and Rathamon. And I think it should loop really, really nicely because Elmogrim is going to create purple gems. And then Rathamon is also going to create purple gems and skulls. And he also gets some souls, which is nice if you need them. All right, and I chose something that would give me a Dark Storm starting out. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Damage to all enemies. The extra magic from the ring would be very helpful here. But let's see if I can just loop it. The answer is no. No loopy loops for me. It is working. I really want to cast Rathamon though, so let's, there. Watch this. We'll do this. We create all of that. We looped. I can cast Rathamon again, and I'm going to because there are so many skulls on the board. And we'll take that, and now we're going to cast Elmogrim. And we'll cast this again. And done. Wahahaha. Nice. It works. Sometimes I just don't know until I try them. So I needed floor, I said 15, 3 and 5. That was 3, right? Yes, 5. Grabbing the next team. Okay. This is another Wild Queen team. And then after this, I'll have one more team to show you. So let's go. Fight. Edit. Manage. Paste. Ooh. Frost Mage. Frost Mage is on there. Do I want to use Frost Mage? Frost Mage is fine. You can use Elementalist. I am going to change it to... Oops, I still have that. Clear filter. I am going to change it to Archer because I love Archer class and I want that green storm. So Wild Queen with Arachnean Weaver this time, and then I'll have one more to show you after this, which I just mentioned, but I mentioned it again because I wanted to. Ah! I'm such a nut. Ah. All right, so we're going to go... Don't cast her on something that is entangled because you won't be able to steal any attack. They have a 0 attack. So cast on the first thing that you can in the lineup. And then I'm not going to cast this because, because in the boss rooms we won't have access to this. So that... Am I going to cast this? Nobody is in danger of casting immediately, so I would rather have mana, but there is no mana, so we'll cast this. We'll get them some damage on them and get them all webbed, and then start trying to get some mana for Wild Queen. Meh, you're just not going to help me out, are you? Alright, we'll do that. I'll take those skulls, thank you. And... brown. Yes, there we go. We'll steal some... Well, I already stole her attack, so I'm going to steal his attack. I'm not worried about 31 points of damage, especially since I have Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark on them that do that extra damage. It's so cool. All right, and lastly, last team. We have Zul'Goth. Of course we can use Zul'Goth in here, but be aware that you cannot use Zul'Goth on the Doom. You can't insta-kill the Doom. So you have to find a different way to kill the Doom, which is going to be... my brain. It's going to be skulls. So... And Lyrasa. Lyrasa does damage to all enemies, so skulls and Lyrasa is basically what you're going to have to do to get rid of the Doom if you choose to use Zul'Goth. I won't be using Zul'Goth. I have other teams I'd rather be using, so I'm going to do that instead. First things first, I need mana. Do that, get some skulls in there. I could cast this to get some extra damage to Lyrasa, and I might... Not yet. Who has skull damage reduction? 50% skull damage reduction. That's the one I'm going to take out first. And then more skulls. This would be more effective with a class that has Hunter's Mark, but again, you kind of need the Entangle and Stun here for these guys, just so that those skulls don't backfire on you. And, I mean, it doesn't really matter with the Doom. You can't do anything to them, so... status effect wise. I would rather have mana right now, so we're going to do that. We'll hit this one and then get some a skull cascade in there. Very, very nice. Am I going to cast this? Yeah, there's not... they don't have a lot of mana. I've got to get these match 4s off of the board, though. Can't use this, although it will create skulls. So I'll show you, you can't insta-kill, but it will create skulls and maybe enough to kill. So at this lower level, it worked just fine. Anyway, that's it for the teams that I have for the Tower of Doom. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know your favorite teams in the description box below. Also, one that I didn't mention that you can put in here, I forgot about. Forget every single time. Another troop that does true damage to all enemies is Phoenix. And you can use him along with any other true damage troop to kind of blow through things. Very, very nice. And would be fine to use with Elementalist class for the Dust Storm, because he uses brown. So anyway, hope that you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be. Please like and subscribe if you would. Check out the videos popping up on the screen now. Have a wonderful day. I already said that, and we'll see you folks soon. Bye-bye!